World is advancing at unprecedented rates, and by 2050, we can expect to see life on Earth change drastically. If this is true, then what can we expect from the future? Before we start, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. Now let's get into it. Nanotechnology. Scientists have already made great leaps in the world of nanotechnology, and they remain unrelenting in making more of such progress. Nanotechnology has the potential to change everything from the way we behave to how we interact with each other. Many people in the industry firmly believe that there'll come a time when nanobots will be fitted in our brains, allowing us to live within a larger, more connected virtual reality within our nervous system. This sounds far-fetched, but many people believe it will be a reality sooner or later. Transportation. By 2050, transportation would have changed immensely. We're already seeing self-driving cars in the early phases of trial and error, so in 3 decades, it's safe to say we should have the technology for true self-driving vehicles. According to a Stanford University report, self-driving cars would not only reduce traffic-related deaths and injuries but also bring about a change in lifestyle. When people don't have to drive anymore, they will have more free time for themselves and may choose to live in different places as a result. Companies like Tesla are already working to put out cars with such capabilities, and it won't be too long until we see them in full action. Another interesting technology that could change the way we travel is the Hyperloop. 1. The train has the potential to revolutionize transportation forever. According to co-founder Shervin Peshawar, we've reached historic speeds of 310 kilometers an hour, and we're excited to finally show the world the XP1 going into the Hyperloop 1 tube. When you hear the sound of the Hyperloop 1, you hear the sounds of the future.
Yes!
The Hyperloop could be one of the most revolutionary modes of mass transportation in well over 100 years. And with the help of electromagnetic levitation, the Hyperloop will give people access to a faster, safer, and cheaper source of transportation: energy. The ocean could provide us with a solution when it comes to renewable energy. The thermal energy hidden away in the ocean is immense and largely untapped at this point. Bluerise is a company that is working on creating an energy breakthrough, one of the likes that haven't been seen before. If their project pulls through, it will be able to outcompete fossil fuel-based sources of energy. Bluerise is just one of the many ambitious companies trying to break out of the traditional means of energy production, and can hopefully provide us with new solutions for the environmental problems that plague the world today. Space exploration. One promise that many people are still waiting on is one of space exploration. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are making strides towards their respective goals of spatial exploration and colonization out of this world. We're not sure which goal will come to fruition first, but we can expect to have the capabilities to make space tourism a reality by 2050. People who can afford it will be able to spend up to a week in orbit, but be wary. According to many experts, spending a week in orbit won't come cheap, and it'll likely stay that way for a long time. Artificial intelligence. AI is already much more advanced than it was 10 years ago, and it will only continue to witness rapid and exponential developments. Experts like John Maeda believe that AI will have surpassed the processing power of all living brains on Earth in the near future. To properly function in that kind of society, it will be necessary to work together with these new systems to make sure that the preservation of important human values is carried forward. The rise of AI and change in culture will make technology an integral part of the workforce in the coming years. Everything will be connected and driven by data. Researchers also believe that the landscape of many industries, as well as the job market, will radically change as a consequence. If we are to go by the current trajectory of things, almost half of the world's current jobs won't even exist in 2050. Many of the physical labor jobs will be given out to the machines and robots, opening up new and safer job opportunities for the people. We can also expect to see people moving away from the traditional work systems, wanting more time to themselves, thus moving comfortably from the 9-to-5 lifestyle. Education. Education is another industry that will see a drastic change in the next 30 years. According to experts, at least 90% of the student population will be pursuing online degrees by 2050. Unless the world devolves into an apocalypse, education will continue to be more globalized, and more solutions will come that allow more people to receive good education efficiently. The world has recently witnessed a huge move to online education, and it seems like more educational institutions have seen some of its benefits. Online education will likely continue to be the way of the future and will help people learn from any corner of the world. According to an article from Commercial Micromanufacturing, robots will most likely take over many of the tasks you would expect your regular educators to handle. These robots will be capable of preparing courses, giving lectures, answering questions, setting and marking assignments, and providing feedback on time. And because robots don't require payment and can work tirelessly around the clock, they will serve as cost-effective solutions for educational institutions. There's no doubt that the world will be quite different by 2050. We will see our existing systems and structures improve drastically, which will in turn change the way people function all around the world. The advancement of both AI and space travel will most likely be huge factors that help spark the radical change in the coming years. We can only hope that when that happens, we don't find ourselves in an apocalyptic nightmare. Instead, what kind of changes do you expect to come by 2050? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to like this video if you enjoyed and subscribe for more videos. See you next time.